Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly psychic forecast for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. This will be a general reading in the areas of finance, career, money situations, Mercury retrograde, spiritual growth, angel messages, all that good stuff. If you're looking for a love reading, the love readings are going to be separate on my channel. So there's a link in the description to this video that will take you to the love readings. If you want to watch those after this video, feel free to do so. This is going to be all the other important parts of your life. Alright, this is my third time trying to make this video. Mercury retrograde is messing with my camera. Here's your Monday, Tuesday. Oopsie. There's your Wednesday, Thursday. And your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Oopsie. Well, I guess that's your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because it flew out. We're gonna pull a different card for you from a different deck after these to take a look at your angel messages. Here is your first card, Sagittarius. It's you. Look, Sagittarius. It's King of Wands. It's you. King of Wands is fire energy, and you are a fire sign, obviously. So a lot of you are really coming into that fire energy. I would love to zoom in a little bit closer here on this card to give you a really, really close-up look, but anytime I've tried to zoom, crazy things have been happening. My phone has gone haywire, and I don't want to risk this video getting cut off. So just pretend it's up close to your face. Squint if you want. It's not that far away. King of Wands is definitely a card about action. I love the King of Wands, okay? King of Wands is the kind of person where did not have life handed to him. You know, he didn't become king because he was born into royalty. He became king because he was suffering and people were suffering. And he got up one day and he said, this is ridiculous. We got to do something about this. And he made stuff happen. He brought about changes and he took his loved ones with him. He not only found a way to improve his life, he improved the lives of others. So people were like, you're awesome, you're amazing, please be our king. And that's how King of Wands came about. So a lot of you are coming into this energy where you're stepping into a role of leadership, okay? You're coming into a sense of confidence, and you're coming into a sense of like right and wrong, which is what I'm feeling, my dears. So it feels to me like a lot of you are getting very, very clear about your boundaries, your principles, your beliefs. I think especially for a lot of you Sagittarius who felt very lost for a long time, you're coming into this energy where you're like, oh my goodness, like, this is why I'm here. This is my purpose, or this is what I'm passionate about. You all are feeling like you're coming into some kind of a calling and you're getting your confidence back. The one thing I will say about King of Wands, it's like he became confident because he had to be. He just got fed up. He said, this is ridiculous. We've got to do something. And that's the energy that a lot of you are in. Like maybe just life has been ridiculous or life has been out of hand for a while and you're like, nope, this is no more. No more. We're going to handle business. So a lot of you are coming into that energy. Some of you could have a very, very high sense of inspiration or just feeling very passionate or becoming very involved with a certain cause that is near and dear to your heart. This card definitely does have meanings when it comes to love, but like I said, I'm not focusing on love in this reading. You can check out your Sagittarius love reading for March if you want more info there about love life or how, you know, what the energies are there. But in your day-to-day life, you're definitely getting focused and you're just in this mover and shaker energy and you're ready to make things happen. Okay, you're coming into your confidence, you're coming into your strength, and you're recognizing your talents and your abilities, and you're not even thinking about failing, because for you it's not even like it's not happening. Failure is not happening when King of Wands is around, right? You guys are in this energy, this assertiveness in the beginning of the week. It could be because of the whole fact that we do have Taurus. We have the planet Uranus in Taurus, and I think I talked about it a little bit in last week's video. But what happens there is it's ending old cycles, and it's basically setting up the next 7 years of life in anything that gives us a sense of stability. So a lot of you are longing for stability, and you're feeling that energy. You're very clear about what you want, how you want it to happen, and you are straight up just going for it. Like, you're going for it. You're going to make it happen, and you're going in that direction. A lot of people get worried around Mercury retrograde. We are in Mercury retrograde, and people are like, well, no, I don't want to start anything new, or I don't want to commit to anything. And I understand, I understand sometimes you might not want to do that, but keep in mind, guys, Mercury retrograde is great for finding a new way to do things. It's a great time for changing a current structure or changing the way something has been done. It's a great time for reviewing, revising, editing. It's great for that kind of thing. And that's essentially what King of Wands does. He steps and he says, this isn't working, time for something new. So in that way, it can be very good to do something new in Mercury retrograde. If you are finding a way to take something existing and finding a way to make it better. Okay, I hope you understand what I mean by that. We're going to move into your Wednesday, Thursday. We have the Hermit. So as you're getting focused and as you're going into this new passion, or you're feeling very inspired or very determined about bringing about these changes in your life, it's like the old saying goes, it's lonely at the top. Only Hermit's not necessarily lonely, but Hermit doesn't have a whole lot of people around Hermit, okay? When you're coming into this energy of becoming more clear about what you want and your passion and your purpose and finding yourself and hearing your calling, the Hermit card is letting you know that this is a very, very major crossroads for you in your life, and you are coming into a big period of growth, like a life purpose moment. This is directly connected with what you came here to learn, what you came here to master, being in that energy. And as a result, when the Hermit card comes up, it lets us know that we're coming into the path of our spirituality where we're kind of disconnecting a little bit from the people and the things around us. So like, if you get home after a long day, you're not going to be like, hey, let's meet up for drinks, let's go to the club, or hey, let's go catch a movie, or hey, I'll meet you up for dinner. It's just like you just want to be in your sanctuary. You want to have a little bit of time alone. You might be reading a lot. You might be just listening to a lot of music. You might just be sitting in the silence doing absolutely nothing. God knows, when I came close to quitting my job working in a law office, because I did that for a long time, I would come home and I just wanted to sit in the silence. Like, I just wanted to like stare at the wall and do nothing. And that was my meditation for the longest time, as I was waking up and realizing that wasn't the path for me anymore. Okay, so some of you are having that kind of moment. Some of you are just coming into this energy of where you're needing your alone time. You're not depressed. You're not lonely. You're savoring that time alone. And you're coming to a lot of realizations and ideas that are going to guide you into the changes that you're making in that King of Wands energy that came to you in the early part of the week. You're finding a way of a long-lasting way of being, in a way that's going to honor you and be ethical to you. Some of you Sagittarius may have really been struggling with the concept of, how can I make a decent living but still live a life that feels like it has purpose or meaning or joy for me? And I think as you're coming into Hermit mode, it's going to hit you. Okay, you're going to realize it. A lot of ideas are going to come your way. A lot of guidance is going to come your way. Some of you are getting super spiritual, okay? Like, some of you are really like, I want to start learning more about crystals. I want to learn more about holistic medicine. I want to learn how to do psychic readings or energy healing or whatever it might be. Some of you are really beginning to delve deeper into those things, and some of you are feeling a calling on that path, okay? So it's going to be different for different ones of you. I always say this. It's ridiculous to say that every single Sagittarius is going to have the same exact experience at the same exact time. You're going to feel it in different ways in different areas of your life. That's why it's always great to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos, because it's bringing you information for your specific energy, in, with your planetary, where your planetary alignments are. Oh my God, another major arcana card, Sagittarius. I feel like this has happened for you a few times. I'm not sure, you'll have to correct me. But I feel like you guys have had some really big readings lately, like back to back. And you may have had this major arcana thing, more than once in your week reading before. But here you have two major arcanas back to back. And I shuffled, you saw me shuffle, and this is not a brand new deck. I've used this deck many, many times, so the major arcana cards are not all together. And here you have the Empress card coming up for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm sorry, yes, for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Please forgive me. This is for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the Empress card is about creating. It's about coming into creation. So whatever this little Hermit mode is, it's not lasting very long. Typically, when I see the Hermit card come up, I tell people, I'm like, look, guys, you know, Hermit card is not a 1 day, 2 day type deal. It's something that might go for the next few periods of, you know, moon cycles. It might go through a few months. Sometimes it could be a year, depending on, you know, how heavy the energy you're moving is. So I don't necessarily feel like you're completely and totally out of Hermit mode by the weekend, but I do feel that something is coming to you midweek in Hermit mode, that you're not wasting any time and you're coming into this Empress energy, because the Empress is about creating, okay? She's very fertile. She's very nurturing. She's very giving. She's very creative. So a lot of the times it can have to do with starting a business or doing something having to do with creativity. It could be that you're starting some kind of artistic project or way of self-expression. The beautiful thing about the Empress is that people respect her and they want to be near her. So her giving nature, it's a gift, right? Like it makes her very appealing and very desirable to be around, but people also don't want to mess with her. Like, they respect her. So she has this beautiful balance of being in this energy of, you know, being loving, being giving, but you also don't want to mess with her. Empress is above the queens. You know, she doesn't have a ruler above her. She answers to no one other than the earthly, not the earthly, like the celestial bodies or the heavenly, you know, elements. Other than that, as far as like on earth, there's no queen above her. Like she's top of the chain. And so a lot of you are coming into that level of confidence. A lot of you are coming into that kind of energy, right? You're coming into this Empress energy. You're really, really coming into your seat of power, Sagittarius, with this card. Some of you are just going to have a lot of ideas. Maybe you're not executing them right away, but you're having a lot of ideas that are going to be changing your life in a really big way moving forward. Okay? I'm just hearing blossoming, blooming. Blossoming, blooming. Okay, so you're really, some of you are really coming out of your shell in some way, or you're getting your fire back. You're getting your fire back. A lot of you are receiving a level of respect that you haven't had in a long time. You're having healthier boundaries. So you're having healthier boundaries, and you're teaching people how to treat you without having to harden your heart. Okay, so again, like I said, King of Wands, also, he's very powerful, he's very generous, and he helps other people. Empress is very similar in that way, you know. So you're coming into the masculine and feminine attributes of those qualities, of generosity, of being in charge, of leadership. Some of you, you know, you may be in a masculine energy, and you may be calling in this Empress energy, who's going to be, you know, somehow working with you or collaborating with you on some ideas. It could be in your personal life, in friendship, and in love, but the fact that King of Wands and Empress are coming up together is making me feel there might also be a very, very significant business aspect here. Some of you might have had a business idea or an idea for a creative project you've been wanting to put out that just really never kind of took off. It never got up off the floor. And so Mercury retrograde is an excellent time for revising, editing, finding a new way of doing things. So it could be that maybe you were in a lot of masculine energy, right? And now the feminine energy is coming in, maybe even within yourself, where your own masculine and feminine energies are harmonious and they're in balance, and you're getting some new ideas on fixing this thing and figuring out how to make it successful. Or somebody might be coming in that's balancing out your energy. Like maybe you're very feminine and a masculine is coming in to help collaborate on something and put some life back into it and really set it out there, you know, out into the world. So it's exciting, guys. Like I said, check out your moon sign and rising sign for more info specific to you. Let's check out your angel message for the week and see what is going on there. Ooh, Sagittarius. Wonder Woman. Warrior Woman. Okay, that is your card for the week. Now, I would love to zoom in, but I'm afraid to do that because I did that on the last videos and it ended and it cut off. And God, I don't want to record again. I want to keep this video going, so forgive me. Your angel message is Warrior Woman. Okay, you see that? And so this is, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? What would you do if you weren't afraid? So a lot of you are coming into this really powerful feminine energy within yourself, okay? You're finding that nurturing, soft strength, firmness, that firm disciplinary energy that maybe has a more feminine attribute as opposed to a masculine attribute. Some of you are just coming into feeling safer as a woman or as someone who identifies as female, where maybe you didn't feel safe in the past and you're coming into a sense of safety. Maybe some of you are overcoming some kind of trauma, some kind of traumatic experience or a time or a situation in which you were violated, and there's healing coming into where you're feeling safe being in that feminine energy. You're feeling not just that you're protected or watched over, but that you can protect and watch over yourself. You're feeling strong and you're feeling powerful. Some of you who have had issues with females, whether females have not been safe in your life, or they've been flaky, or they've been a disappointment, or if you're someone who is longing for a female companion or a female romantic partner and you just haven't had the best luck, you might find that a higher vibration of female is coming into your life. Okay, and for some of you, it might begin in terms of friendship. It might not leap into a romance right away. Some of you might be pursuing a female, or some of you might be a female who's being pursued by someone for a romantic relationship, and the female who's being pursued is coming into this warrior woman energy where she's in her independence and she's feeling strong and she's in this place of self-love and she's handling her business on her own, and she may turn down the romantic relationship. Whether you're the female turning down the romantic relationship or you're approaching a female and she's turning you down, it's nothing personal. She's got business to handle. This chick right now, she's not looking to have cocktails and dinner. She's not looking to go catch a movie. She's not looking to Netflix and chill. She's got somewhere to be. She's got business to handle. So a lot of you are in that energy, or you're very much admiring someone who's in that energy. And so this might not be a time for a romantic relationship with this person, but there may be some kind of karmic bond or soulmate bond between the two of you, where just being in that place as two people and just having a friendship or a communication that is not about romance, that's not about sex, is going to be very healing for both of you. Okay, so that could be an aspect for some of you as well. It's a powerful message, and Sagittarius, you have some powerful energy coming in this week as we're coming closer to the Libra moon, which, by the way, is really tied into this warrior woman energy, which I will talk more about that full moon energy next week and probably in the daily messages. Oh, which reminds me, there's going to be daily messages from now on. It won't be by zodiac sign. I'm starting it Monday. So I will hop on for a few minutes. They'll be very quick. They'll be brief. I'll hop on live on YouTube for a few minutes every morning, and I will pull an angel message for my YouTube family, my YouTube Amethyst Angelite tribe. So anybody who feels drawn to this channel, it will be an angel message for you, because I know a lot of you, you're not looking to be millionaires. A lot of you are sick of love, and you're just trying to find stability and harmony and connection with spirit in your life. So that's what the daily message is going to be focusing on. And there will be pick-a-card readings every single week. Okay, my dears? So check that out. Check that out. And I'm more than happy to give you a private reading. But the private readings, guys, are booked until May. And I'm no longer doing emergency readings. I have a helper. I hired someone to help me answer the messages and do the calendaring, because I can't keep up with them. And she's overwhelmed. And I can't afford to pay her to have her on full time. I can't do that right now. I can't pay someone enough so that they can quit their job and just help me. I wish I could, but that poor girl, she's got to tend to, her bills and her life and her marriage. She can't, be working for me 8 hours a day. I wish she could. But so for that reason, until things are a little bit more caught up, I can't do emergency readings right now, guys. But I will do the daily messages so you don't feel left out in the cold. And I will do pick a card so you don't feel left out in the cold. Because at least the pick a cards are a little bit more personal as opposed to the general readings. The card of the day and the pick a card on the social media will continue. But the daily message on YouTube will be just for YouTube. I'm not going to post it on Instagram. I'm not going to post it on Facebook. It's going to be just for my YouTube people. Obviously, if you're on my Instagram and Facebook, the message applies to you if you're here watching the videos, but YouTube will be the only place where those daily messages will be posted. And then Instagram and Facebook will have a separate daily message. All right, my dears. So I thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey, my friends. Till next week.